4.
4. And then the second one is 5 or 2.
Yes. Okay. It's looking rough, but he's still up. Zavis!
20. Another crossbow bolt. This guy.
Actually, the worst thing about Melf's Asadero is I keep fucking forgetting about
this guy. Yeah, this guy.
I'm used to having to remember things on enemy turns.
Need a marker on debuffed enemies.
24.
Yeah.
Sure.
24 hits.
Normally, if it's an enemy turn effect, you have to save against it. So if I forgot, it'd be a good thing. But this is not a good one. Oh well.
5, 6, 7, 8. 12 points of damage.
12 points. That's against the one.
This guy right here in front of Marvin.
And that's a bow shot?
Yes.
You put one straight through his temple and out the other side. Oh! Slumps over in his saddle and the raptor trots off with the corpse just sitting there. I guess you'll get a attack of opportunity against the raptor. That's what you're all about. Cool.
He's the raptor hitter.
Marcus!
Speaking of which.
Well, I see vengeance against that raptor, so I'm going to continue my assault.
Very well.
18.
18 hits.
And second attack.
Crit! Crit!
Poor raptor.
Poor raptor, sort of.
Yeah.
It attacked him. It deserves it.
I imagine it's like
I attacked it first.
Yeah, he's
Rhaegar Clegane sort of chop his head off.
Yep.
Nice. 10, 15, 19, 24, 26 damage.
26 damage. Well, with a mighty blow, you take its head off, and well, given the amount of liquid that's spraying out of its neck hole, I think it's fair to say that you bled raptors.
Is that a...
I get it.
Thank you.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Halfling's dead too, right?
I doubt it.
No, the halfling hasn't taken any damage. He's scrambling off of his mount. And then turning and running into the distance whenever his turn comes up. Barrett, your turn.
Alright. I will, hop up. I'll say, good job, Sebastian. Then hop back on Sebastian and throw a firebolt at
Sebastian.
That's Sebastian.
Sebastian.
No!
Oh wow, this is probably gonna hit. 19.
19 will hit.
Alright, finally. Finally, I didn't suck. Alright. Or did I? 8 damage.
Which one is this against?
The one that's standing still. Or the one that looks like it's still gonna attack us.
He goes up in smoke.
Alright.
The acid melts him. Because it's been hanging out for all this time.
The fire catches the acid and the acid explodes.
Antoria, it's your turn.
Alright. Toria glares at this one. Where do you think you're going? And his eyes turn black behind the mask. DC 15 wisdom save.
Well, he doesn't see your eyes, and so he just pays you no mind.
Alright. Well, that's the end of my turn then.
Alright, he's going to turn and sprint away. Marcus, you get attack of opportunity. If that's what you're all about.
Incoming crit.
Yeah. So. I don't get a double attack for that.
You don't. You only get one attack.
21.
21 will hit.
16 damage.
16 damage. Well, you put a nasty scratch across his back, but he is still fleeing off into the distance. Marvin, your turn.
That's pretty far.
Yeah, he's on my power.
Not even 100 yet.
Yeah, remember he's a tiny creature, so he's got little legs.
Yeah.
They're not tiny,
He's
small.
probably moving at a pretty good clip, right?
Yeah.
40
So
a
he's
turn.
probably not
Something like
damaged
that, yeah.
all that much. I will half-heartedly sling a fireball. Firebolt his way.
Okay.
I'll use Tides of Chaos for advantage.
Of course.
Half-hearted.
This is not half-hearted.
Half-hearted, but it's chaotic, so it doesn't matter if it's half-hearted.
There's no point in doing any job halfway.
Yeah. 22.
22 hits.
5 points. So
Ugh.
half-heartedly.
So many half measures.
Say this.
How far away is he?
It looks like about somewhere around 80.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, no, I'm still good. And I will take a pot shot at him. A crossbow.
Yep, about 80.
Natural 1.
Give me a critical failure roll.
3.
3.
Mm.
Your bow snaps in half. Actually.
Poop. Oh god. Alright, no
That
more
was a crossbow, right?
Oh man. Oh, was it a crossbow?
It was a crossbow.
Oh well. It's
Not fun.
it just jams. I guess it doesn't snap in half.
Good.
But yeah. It doesn't just like disintegrate in your hands. Oh crap!
There's got to be a better way.
Does this keep happening to you?
It's
Obama.
Is it so? Is it field serviceable and field repairable, or is it?
Yes,
something
absolutely.
I'll have to do? Okay.
Yeah.
I have to wait till we get to a town
Yeah.
to get fixed by weaponsmith.
Sure. Just find a guy with like an anvil over his head. Marcus.
Well, I will charge in chase.
Trampling through the raptor corpse.
That's right.
Kick it a bit.
Proudly. Take a swing at him.
Well, if you're charging after him and you're catching up to him, you're not going to have an
Well, how
action.
far away is he?
He used his move and his action to run.
Actually,
Oh,
40.
in
Yeah.
that case, okay. I thought he was like.
You would
literally
come.
right there.
You would come.
But you could use your move and your standard to
bow shooting.
bow shoot him or chase after him and use your bonus action for something.
I will just bow shoot him twice from where
Okay.
I'm at. Should be within range.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fine.
Way in range. Not if you roll a 1 though.
Yeah.
Should you do the second one
first roll.
first?
Let's see if it snaps in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
10. You miss your footing and you slip in the raptor blood and you fall prone.
10.
Whoopsie daisy.
Does that mean I take a second attack prone?
You can try, sure. I think you'll have disadvantage if you're using a bow from prone.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's not a sniper rifle.
It's not. Yeah, I'm not like. It's not propped up against the sand, so I have like more.
Well, not because you fell down.
Okay. Another one.
No. Oh my god. That's fantastic.
18 though.
18.
Well, I think you can only have one crit fail.
We did say that, didn't we?
Although I do feel like in this, it's
Yeah, you go for it.
Yeah.
That's a good roll.
You just it's weapon dropped, so you get sort of tangled up in it. It's like,
The
why are you
infomercial-
wearing
The
it?
infomercial's gone to its second frame.
Just keep happening.
Ah,
God damn it.
What is this?
just Cheetos everywhere.
Why you do this?
Barrett.
Why you do this?
After this round, I think he's going to be out of range.
Firebolt goes pretty far, or produce flame. Sorry. Oh no, wait. Produce
Firebird.
very short range, actually. That's a big difference. I'm gonna move.
Goodbye.
That's it. I just move. I can't.
Aren't you riding a
Well,
mount?
even 40. Like apparently, produce flame is different from firebolt in that it only
Yes.
has a 30 feet range.
It's worse. It's supposed
Yeah.
to be worse.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Okay, so you just move. Antoria.
Alright, Antoria moves up 30 or so and then shoots Ray of Frost, which definitely has enough range.
Okay.
And he focuses intently on the halfling before releasing the blast.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Meow.
His speed drops 10 feet of movement.
Well, we'll see if it matters.
And he takes 13 plus 25 cold damage.
Now you gotta rip his spine out.
Good job.
He doesn't start reforming, does he?
No.
Good.
Liquid metal.
He melts really quickly.
T1000.
Good job.
Or T2. Anyway.
Well, that was amusing. Let's search them and go on. Victoria starts searching through the remains of halflings.
A couple of the raptors are sort of sniffing around the remains of the raptor.
Well, did them a favor.
Yep.
Oh god. You find a few tribal weapons, mostly daggers and spears. And one of them actually has a little bit of currency on him. He's got about 15 gold.
Victoria with a well, you can't see it behind the mask, but he kind of half-heartedly gives 3 gold to everyone.
Woohoo!
shrugs a little after handing out. Well, that's all they had.
No.
Oh.
The last one actually has a small flask on him.
Oh, okay. I'll take a look and see what this is later.
Okay.
This identification is not quick anymore.
About that, before you identify stuff next time, come to me first. I have something I want to do.
You should probably go to your doctor for that.
Yeah, really.
As you wish. Let's continue on our way.
Carl.
Excellent. The rest of the day, what?
Oh, no matter. Go ahead.
All right. So after another about half day approaches, you see a small but mighty-looking mountain range on the northern horizon. So it looks like it might be the Dragon Crown Mountains that you were promised to find here.
Looks like we're getting close.
Yep. Looks like maybe there's another 6 hours worth of riding, but maybe only another 3 hours worth of daylight.
How long have we been riding so far?
It's about like 3 in the afternoon now. Or no, if there's only 3 hours left, then it's probably more like 5 in the afternoon.
Alright, looks like we'll reach there tomorrow then. Alright, well, I guess we'll ride for the remaining 3 hours and then make camp. If no one objects.
Even if we make it there in the night,
We might
mine
need
just
to.
made you to wait till morning anyways. So. Might as well.
Okay, then evening falls.
Alright.
I'll take first watch this time.
I'll take second watch.
I'll take third.
I'll take last watch.
And I'll identify the flask during my watch.
Excellent. Your watches pass relatively uneventfully.
Well, during my watch,
Yes.
I want to cast a couple spells
You can do that.
and use wild magic.
God.
Are you trying to become younger?
I'm trying to get back home.
Yeah, you just hear Barrett asleep. Yes.
I think you can probably swing a wild magic roll
One of them.
during your
Okay.
evening. Assuming you're just firing off fireworks
Yeah,
into the
sure.
night.
And trees and stuff.
Sure. Well, there's no trees.
I like to draw obscene
I mean, I guess you could make a
Um,
tree and shoot stuff at it.
Okay, well I got a
Drawing a
six,
phallus up.
imagery on.
I got a 16, which just gives me 5 hit points at the start of. For the next minute, I get 5 hit points. At the start
Oh,
of
excellent.
each
You
turn.
should start a fight.
Nothing. Nothing really
Hey,
going on.
hey, wake up! Wake up! I got something to tell you.
Start punching someone in the face.
The flask doesn't appear to be magical.
Oh. Alright. Anything in it? Nope.
Yes, there's some sort of a weird mucusy substance.
Oh, I guess I'll identify that.
You're casting.
Oh, I'm not casting. I'm using the hour long that you can do during long rests. to
Ah,
identify.
okay. It's appears to be a contact poison of some kind.
Alright. I don't know anything about poison, so I probably don't know any more than that.
Probably not.
Do you know anything
about poisons?
Okay.
Do you know anything about poisons?
Alright.
What was that for?
You aren't awake. Go away.
Fine.
Alright.
Okay, you guys awaken the next morning.
During my watch,
What?
I'm kicking
Oh,
him
yeah.
awake.
Oh, sure.
Oh.
I told you, if you had something to identify, I've got something I want you to look at.
Oh, I forgot. I have kind of other things on my mind. What is it?
I have these bone
Literally.
fragments from Ptellac, and I want to make sure they're not magical.
Very well. I'll cast Detect Magic on them.
What are we looking at here?
I have
Ptellac's
Ptellac's
bone
bone
fragments.
fragments. I took them a long time ago, and I actually meant to have him identify them, but I kind of slipped my mind.
Sure.
Detect Magic come up with anything on them?
Not out of the ordinary now.
Oh, okay.
They're not magical. I'm
Hmm?
going back to sleep.
All right.
Hasn't Marcus been wearing Kalak's bone fragments for a couple of weeks now?
I don't.
What, as armor?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
have
dragon
bone armor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was from that.
Oh, from that.
Yeah.
That's what I remember. You fought like
It had to be
a
Yeah,
skeleton dragon.
made by Matthias, though it wasn't naturally that way.
I didn't
Oh,
realize
yeah.
that was actually Ptellac.
Yeah, I thought
Oh,
that
yeah.
was.
Well-
that was.
I thought a guy from. Yeah, I don't.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Anyway, back to sleep. All right, you guys wake up the next morning, and I assume there's a speech of some kind.
Yes. I'm like, guys! You gotta come take a look at this. And I'll say, Marcus, I want you to take your biggest sword.
Alright.
Hit me.
Do it.
Hit me.
Do it.
Can I double attack?
As hard as you can. Well, no. How about just? Well, you can do as many attacks as you want.
If he's a willing target, then I'm gonna say that it's that thing where.
Like paralyzed, basically?
Yeah.
Advantage, and if you hit, it's an auto crit?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh my god.
So yeah, you've got advantage.
Oh my
Do you
god.
want another update?
I'll just do one attack, and I rolled a natural 1.
Critical failure! Roll up.
A 7.
7! You get a little off balance. Stumble one square.
Ah! Again! Make contact.
It's too early in the morning for these
Someone
kind of
else.
activities.
Anyone else? Free shot. I'm trying to prove a point here.
See,
I'll
this-
stab him.
you're kind of
yes.
tempted.
Andrea's also
I've been waiting for this shit.
I'll backstab him.
Well, it's not really a surprise attack.
No, I know, but still. 14.
All right.
Yeah.
So you make contact with me,
And everybody else is standing around, right?
Yeah.
and a blue shield just bursts around me, and you feel that your dagger has been repulsed. And I say, "Ha! Look at that! Look at that! I'm invincible."
I've been doing that from the moment we started traveling together.
The look on Marvin's face just sours.
Congratulations, you've mastered basic defensive magics. Can we go on with our...
Are you
Hold
not
on.
inspired?
I think he has a point. During that last encounter, I felt something a little different. Something I haven't done before. I don't know if anyone else felt that, but that looks like something you've never done before. And I've noticed that this hasn't happened since before we left that village.
It is new. For that
Myself
matter,
as well.
I seemed able to...
You guys got all special abilities? I didn't get anything. This is bullcrap.
I'm not so sure about that.
I haven't noticed anything.
All I've got is this sapphire. This is bullshit.
I assumed it was just further progression of my other problem, but during the battle with the halflings, I was able to anticipate their movements and aim my attacks appropriately. And came in rather handy, to be honest.
I felt as though
Great
I,
job. You've learned basic targeting skills.
Ah!
I felt as though I was able to project my mind into Sebastian, which was awkward and I've never done before. Felt
A
like-
But also
a
exciting.
rare novel experience for a druid.
Yes. Well, it's not something typical of my usual abilities.
I remember the birds in the market.
Can we forget about the birds?
No,
That
never.
happened.
Never
So I
ever.
can agree, that is a new ability.
And I'm seemingly able to mentally punch people in the brains.
That is a very...
That or
Well, that one
conjure
actually-
some sort of brain punch
That one...
for all to drink.
No, I'm not sure I understand exactly what you're saying. That one at least seems to be interesting.
Considering you can't hit a willing target, that might come in
In
handy.
the morning.
Are we still playing that game, by the way? Are we still?
What, you want to go?
Sure.
Have at it.
Alright. And Toria walks up to you, and then his eyes turn black and his hand shoots through her throat. Casting Vampiric Touch.
Turn him into a lich.
Natural 1 and a 3.
Yeah!
You probably missed horribly.
I'm invincible!
Was that advantage?
Whoa! You,
That was with advantage, a 3 and a 1.
So you have
Oh,
to-
excuse me. All right.
I always do terrible if I use advantage for anything important. So his hand covered in black misses, I assume. I assume I don't hit
Wait,
him.
for anything important.
Yeah.
Okay.
Missed on a 10, I assume.
All right. Well, this is
Okay.
all very inspiring.
Yeah.
Is it?
yeah.
It seems that way.
Oh, all right.
I don't know. This is
We're
probably
all
the best
talking about
speech you've ever
his
given.
Special, yeah.
Most
hit me.
exciting one.
Hit me.
I admit, pretty good.
Fine, I'll firebolt you.
Okay.
Or produce flame. 17, that hits, I assume.
Yes.
Okay.
16 damage.
Max damage.
What? Wow.
Rolled 8s on the-
16 fire damage. Didn't bounce off this
No,
time?
it didn't bounce off this time.
Very well then.
Well, there you go. Your
What'd you do that for? You said hit me. I hit you. You're not as invincible as you thought, I don't think.
Dragon Crown Mountains loom in the horizon.
And Tori's hand is still glowing black, by the way.
Or no, not in the
And
horizon
he's,
because
still,
we're
and
pretty
he's
close.
staring at it, but he shakes his wrist and it dissipates.
Let's move on.
Alright. Mounts back up and head out.
Sure. Well, after about another hour, hour and a half, you come to the very base of the foothills, and even as you get close, it's very clear to tell where your target is, because as Ptellac described, the mantis head is larger than any man-made structure you've ever seen, at least any individual statue. Obviously, the cities of the Sorcerer Kings are bigger than a single statue, but as far as single statues goes, this one's super big, guys. It's just massive. It's as tall as a giant stands. And it's clearly seen the erosion of many, many hundreds of years, but it's still very clearly got the big bulbous eyes and pointy antenna and fierce mandibles of a thrycreen. And you guys aren't the only ones to admire this thing either. As Ptellac had suggested, there seemed to be some worshippers or something milling about at the base. They seem to be raising their many insectoid arms in praise of whatever this massive thing is.
Victoria takes out the blue rod. This is all we have to go on, I think.
Are there any
Lead
figures
the
that
way.
seem to stick out more than just the
Give me a perception check.
18?
18. None of them really stand out on their own. However, most Kreen that you've seen are either shades of yellow or gold or orange, maybe one or two browns. These are many, many different colors. There's purple ones, and there's some green ones, and a couple like blue ones. These seem to be of a different breed than the usual Kreen that you have seen.
Like the fire from the other night.
Yes.
Alright, and Torio will walk towards them with the rod, very visible, and making an anti-stealth check. I'm basically trying to be a little noisy in my approach, so it's not a surprise.
What kind of noises are you making?
No, just stepping.
Are you doing the
heavily.
knife dance?
No. No. Stepping heavily. Stepping heavily.
Oh, Mumbue.
What?
I was suggesting that the Squad of Truth sing "The Lion Sleeps Tonight" to get the Kreen's attention.
Oh.
Then, yeah, there we go.
Does anyone else follow me? Or is it Torio just walking up?
I don't know.
Torio kind of looks at the others. Like, kinda
Oh, I'll
wishes-
find you, snapping my fingers as I'm bored.
Alright. Rod
We're
comes
gonna do
invisible,
a dance
walking
fight
towards
like
them.
Yeah,
Jets
exactly.
and sharks.
I'd worry about going up against a Kreen. They've got a
West
lot of
Side Story?
arms. Well, as a matter of fact, the Kreen react violently when they notice an intruder in their midst, but seeing the symbol that you hold aloft, they back off and cower. They don't seem to be worshipping you in the same fashion, but they clearly regard whatever it is that you're holding aloft with some degree of respect.
Are they saying words? Do I understand what they're saying?
Do you speak Kreen?
I speak Thrycreen.
Ah, as a matter of fact, they're speaking, but not distinguishably. It sounds as though they're chanting in their language, but perhaps using some older dialect that you're not terribly familiar with.
Okay.
You can make out their equivalent of like syllables and that kind of thing, but nothing that you're immediately familiar with.
Alright. And Torio will try common first. Gorgo is his name, right?
Sorry?
Gorgo is the name of the fellow?
Gorgo, yes.
Gorgo. We seek Gorgo.
None of them react.
And Torio tries in Elven. Reads the same thing.
No reaction.
Draconic.
Allow me to try.
Alright.
And I say the same thing in Thrycreen that I know.
And they roar back with one voice, Jaksa! Jaksa! And then turn to face the massive head and wave their arms even more.
Well, what did they say?
Waving
Chaksa.
arm guy.
Jaksa! Jaksa!
History check.
Sure.
I'm good at those.
Tell you are.
Got a 20 something. Check. 21.
Chaksa is the name of an obscure deity that Kreen and only Kreen worship.
Okay.
God of power, god of the sky, god of the mind.
He's the third king god of skies, power, and the mind.
Nah, no, that's something I can get behind.
Does seem appropriate.
Well, they don't seem to be affecting us. Maybe we should move in to the temple.
Is there like an entrance to someplace somewhere?
No, it's just sort of an altar and then the massive head. Chaksa! Chaksa!
Well, let's approach the altar. I guess.
Everyone give me a perception check.
Side based.
Yes.
5.
Natural 1.
You appear to be Kreen.
I rolled 2 4s. That's ridiculous.
18.
You're about as good at using
Wow.
advantage rolls as I am.
Did I get the highest perception?
You did.
I got a
Oh
10.
my God.
Marvin, it looks like maybe the throngs of Kreen are enclosing behind you guys.
I will turn around and
I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner, but we can turn that page.
We all died. The end.
they are enclosing in a hostile manner.
Nope, they're not necessarily overtly hostile. They're still
Okay.
just.
Okay.
They're congregating.
I will say, guys, we've got
Nice.
we've got some followers.
You did it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, you're leading.
Yeah.
They're not really like aggressing you. They're just encompassing you at this point, surrounding you.
Did you ever see the Temple of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom?
At this point, they're very clearly all
Big giant
chanting.
boulder
"Chaksa,
rolls out the front.
Chaksa,
No, just like
Chaksa."
when they're approaching the shrine where the sparkling stone is supposed to be or
Oh.
whatever.
Did you see the Temple of Doom arcade game at Pinballs?
Yes.
I had no idea that existed. I guess it was a Commodore 64 game.
Yeah.
Wow, it was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't. That's not. It wasn't very good.
No.
But it was graphically impressive.
Marcus will utter, Chaksa!
Chaksa, Chaksa.
They reacted to him doing it?
Yes.
Alright. And Toria will also.
One of the Kreen comes over and gently tries to lift one of your arms. Then another one.
And Toria will raise both of his arms
Chaksa.
and do the motion that they've been doing while repeating Chaksa.
They seem to be not pushing, but advancing in such a way as to get you guys up onto the altar yourselves.
Shall we?
And Yurik.
I think so.
I'll definitely go up.
I'll go up too if you move me.
Said you just
They've stopped chanting it. Now it's just arm waving?
Yes.
Alright, and I only am arm waving now too.
Okay.
I am not arm waving.
Yeah, neither am
They stop.
Stop.
One of the lead ones sort of. Zathis, he's gesturing at you since you've demonstrated proficiency.
Yes, what is it in Dry Creed?
Jaksa! Jaksa!
It seems like they want us to continue.
Alright. Resume saying Chaksa. Up.
No, not continue moving, continue up the altar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright. Is there any further is that like
A
that's
lot of
solid?
thumbs up in the hinterlands.
Solid at this point, right?
It is. It's incredibly solid. However, as you approach with the rod in hand, the mouth of the Kreen slams open.
Here we go.
And the throngs of Kreen.
I do this while backing it up.
I've never.
It's happening!
I've never seen a group of people so happy to finally find their garage door open.
Well, there's probably stuff in there that they've wanted for a long time.
Yeah, all the way in tier. All right. Victoria starts walking in, still
Excellent.
holding it in front.
You guys all descend in?
Yes.
Yep.
Excellent. Then we will
Yeah.
discover what lies on the other side next week.
Yeah.
Cool. Good game.
Good game.
Hello. Good game.
And these are sticking around for a while.
Yes, they are.
Alright, cool.
Each have acquired a wild psionic talent of some kind, a staple of the Dark Sun universe. All right. Excellent.
Can I get a chuck saw?
Can I get a chuck saw? I guess he smashed a wine skin on his head instead.
Yeah, really.
Well, before I take it down this week, I think I've always meant to, at the end of these things, follow in Twitch tradition and do a raid on a friend's channel. So this week I think we're going to do...
Chuck saw raid.
well, we're going to do Chalk Saw raid, obviously.
Yeah.
So we're going to raid Zespera.
Oh,
Zespera
yeah,
is playing New Vegas.
Skybones.
So let's please, if you're here, jump into Zespera's channel and wave your arms and yell "Chaksa," because I'm sure she'll understand exactly
Hey,
what
we need
that is.
a channel emote thingy for that. A sticker, whatever you call them.
Oh, a Franker Z emote for Chaksa.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will put that on the list.
Do you know that you can upload those stuff on your own now? They
I
updated-
didn't. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
you don't have to go through them anymore.
That's
You
great.
can also
Steal
you can
other
make
people's
your
emotes.
your emotes global, and then people can accept them into your channel and use them in anything.
Oh, that's excellent. They do that with Maya. Does that with Mayalik, doesn't she?
With who?
Like, I have to accept that you can use like your Franker Z stuff
Right.
in mine.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll have to expand that, and we will see that, and maybe they'll display what song is playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll get into some good old-fashioned dungeon crawling next week.
Yeah.
Good game, guys.
GG.
Raid Zesperas if you're not there already. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Thank you again to Wyvern Slayer and Cute Fennec. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. See you.
Thanks, guys.
Put my
See you
thumbs
next
up
time.
everywhere.
Chuck's off.
Chuck's out.
Chuck's out.
Chuck's out.